Hey friends all over the world, this may not be the most appropriate message for the times that we're living in, but it was just on me to talk about this. I am done with the kind of toxicity that I'm seeing in the relationship between women and men. And let me be very specific about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that women, so many women, and let me give context to this. I have counseled and I have talked to thousands of women over the last decade or more, really over the last 25 years. And this is a common theme that I've never been able to fully understand. I understand the thinking behind it, but I can't wrap my mind around the why. Women choosing toxic men. Toxic men. In fact, we have a culture of toxic masculinity. And it's all over the internet. It's all over social media. What we call manhood is deeply fragmented. There is a fragmentation in our understanding of manhood as a culture. And as a result, we have an epidemic of women who choose men who are actually their children. Hear what I'm saying on this. They're choosing men who are their children. Their children spiritually, their children emotionally, their children financially. It's all over the place. Christian women especially, they're the number ones. They're the ones, it's like we have this thing to where they choose men that are beneath their maturity level, beneath their spirituality, beneath their economic potential. You got a grown man that doesn't even know how to tie a tie. He doesn't know how to balance a checkbook. He doesn't know what a credit score is. He doesn't know how to spell job. And these are the kinds of men that women are going after. And don't tell me, oh, no, see, I want a good man. No, you don't. You don't want a good man. Now, some of you do, but a lot of you don't want a good man. You want a boy. You want a child. A man boy. You shopping at Thugs R Us. And then what you do is 10 years later, if you make it that long, you're the one that want to sign up for counseling. You're the one that want to go, to retreats, and you want to, we need counseling and we need prayer because I just don't know what's going on in this relationship. I can tell you what's going on in a relationship. You married a child. It's like spiritual pedophilia. You married someone who was emotionally underdeveloped. And if you had really the honesty, you would realize that there were people who told you not to marry that person. There are folks that told you not to marry him. This is sexy. This is cute. Oh, he kind of rough around the edges, but No, he don't go to church, but does he have a relationship with God? Does he have a prayer life? Listen, now a lot of you going to get mad and you're going to say, well, you're not perfect. I never claimed to be perfect. But one thing I'm a real man. I take care of my family. You got to drive him everywhere and you got to do this, and he's using your car and living in your house. Do not take that mess into another year. And here's the last thing y'all gonna say. You're gonna say, well, no, why don't you talk to the men? It's the men. It is the men. And I've made videos about the men. But at some point, I'm talking about women who are spiritual, women that have an understanding, who frown on guys who are actually godly men. You would much rather do a science experiment and marry a fool. You know, you got a godly man that's in church. And nah, he's too boring. He's too lame. I just need, this is not what I'm looking for. And then you go marry Roscoe from Thugs R Us. And then you mad. Don't be mad. Repent. Repent and say, Lord, what is it about me that wants to marry my son? Why do I have an Oedipus complex? Why do I choose men who will actually be spiritually and emotionally and sometimes financially dependent upon me, rather than getting a man who knows who he is, who can lead me spiritually, who can guide our family into our future? Just think about it.